Darken Graves, I guess you think it's funny. I guess you think you're some kind of comedian now. You actually want to poke fun at the Delta General Manager? Well, let me tell you something, Darken Graves. Just for your little comedy skit, your comedy routine, all of Alpha's gonna have to pay now. And you know what that means? Oh yes, it's time for a Rodney Morris history lesson. Cue the music. Yeah. You asked for this, Darken Graves. So this week, on Alpha, you and James Park want to step in the ring with me and the Professor. Well, let me remind you, Darken Graves, that when you were in the first grade, you stepped in a big ant pile. And you were a little kid, you were scared, you didn't want to take your shoes and socks off in front of the other classmates, so you cried. And you called your mommy to come get you. Pathetic. Watching those ants crawl all over your legs and biting you at the age of 8 years old, I knew then that you weren't the man I thought you were. You weren't the man that I created. Whenever I was playing with my silly putty and doing God knows what with it. Darken Graves, let that be a lesson next time you want to come at me. If that wasn't good enough for you, I'm about to hit you where it hurts, Darken Graves. You see, a lot of people don't know. The first time I ever saw you in action. By the way, Benjamin Franklin discovered electricity. First time I ever saw you in action. You were in 7th grade. You were playing basketball. Buckeye Junior High. You didn't think I was there, but I was. See, I was molding you with my silly putty out in the bleachers. When I saw that you had heat stroke, I looked down at you and I wanted to spit all over your 13-year-old face. Pathetic. Running to your coach saying, "I'm sorry, coach. Sorry is just words. It's only one word, but to me, it sounds like a whole bunch of words." What I hear is different from what you hear because I'm the Delta General Manager, and what I say, I hear. I just lost the poodle that's been napping on my head for the last 3 months. Thank God for that. And I blame that on you, Darken Graves. Christopher Columbus discovered the West Indies in 1492. Or was it America? You were there, but what'd you do about it? Nothing, Darken Graves. So I'm gonna go and be miserable, and be the bitter, nasty sheep that I am. I'm gonna get on all fours and I'm gonna crawl to my sheep herder and I'm gonna lick his ankles, Darken Graves, because that's what I do. Learn to live with it. You'll never be good enough to get on Delta. You know why? I'll leave you with this, Darken Graves. You'll never be good enough to get on Delta because Lee Harvey Oswald assassinated President John F. Kennedy. And what did you do? Nothing. Sorry. Sorry doesn't take JFK out of that limousine. Sorry doesn't pull him up from the ground full of maggots and worms, Darken Graves. You can't be on Delta. Only I can be on Delta. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.